श्री राम जय जय राम।
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 सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री जानकी वल्लभो विजयते श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं धनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। We have seen that Bhagavan Sri Rama and Lakshmana both came to Vishwamitra Rishi's ashrama and they did the Yajna Raksha. They protected the Yajna by killing the Asuras, by killing the demons, and Maricha was thrown away and Subahu was killed by Sri Rama, and all other demons who were there, they were also destroyed by Lakshmanji. And in this way, Vishwamitraji's Yajna was protected. They could complete it without any obstacle. Even after completion of that Yajna, both the Rajaputras, both the prince, they stayed there with Vishwamitraji and other rishis, listening to the stories of Puranas. Okay, and we saw how Tulsidaji says that they knew everything, but still they were listening as though it's first time that they are, listening to these stories. Why? So that rishis also will get joy of being with them. See, otherwise you just think about it. If they do not act as though they are listening for the first time, what will they do? They are with rishis, what will they do if they are not listening to the stories? Therefore they stayed. Then what happened one day? तब मुनि सादर कहा बुझाई, चरित एक प्रभु देख ही जाई, धनुष यज्ञ मुनि रघुकुल नाथा, हर्षि चले मुनि बर के साथा. This is after Doha number 209, fifth chopai. That then Vishwamitraji said that now is time for our next Leela, and therefore we will go for Dhanusha Yajna. Dhanusha Yajna, which is happening in Mithila Nagari, Janak Maharaj's place. It is happening So they said that invitation has come from Janak Maharaj to me, to Vishwamitra ji, to come for that yajna. Now because you both are here, you also come with us. Anyways, it is part of Kosala Desha, it's a huge country. So you also please come, you will see so many other things. So saying like this, Vishwamitra ji took both of them and they started going towards this Janakpuri. Now in between, Gangaji also comes. So they have to cross Gangaji and then only Janak Maharaj, Mithila will come. So they crossed Gangaji and even while going, many stories Vishwamitra ji is telling. If you see Valmiki Ramayana, in this portion, the entire story of Gangaji comes. Bhagirath story and right from Gangaji, how she emerged from that water, when Vamana Avatar Bhagwan's foot reached there in Brahmaloka and Brahmaji did the Abhisheka. And then she started flowing in the heavens, celestial river. And then when Bhagirath did, why Bhagirath did Tapasharya, what happened there before, and the entire story, because all this is still in Raghuvamsha only. This Bhagirath also is Sri Rama's only Purvaja, right? So Vishwamitra ji tells the entire story of Bhagirath and Sagara and everything, and how she came and how that happened. It doesn't come here, it comes in Valmiki Ramayana. But they told the entire story also, and they started going forward. And on the boundary where the Janakpuri is starting, Mithila is starting, just on that boundary they saw Ashrama eka dikha magamahi khaga mriga jiva jantutaha nahi pucha munihi sila prabhu deki sakala katha muni kaha abhiseshi. That they saw one ashrama which was completely barren. There was no tree, no animals, no insects, nothing was there. And Sri Rama started to think that what happened here? It looks like, everything is so beautiful and suddenly this looks like a barren. What happened here? So, Tulsidas ji just says that Vishwamitra ji told the entire story. What is the story? He has not said. So, the story is of Gautama Rishi. That this is a Gautama Ashrama. This is the ashrama of Gautama Rishi, and he was living here with his wife Ahalya. Ahalya was a very, very pious lady, Pativrata Stri. And it is said that she was so pure that even Indra thought that, I want wife like this. And therefore the story goes that Indra became jealous of this Gautama Muni or Gautama Rishi. And what he did was that he played such a trick that suddenly sunrise started to happen early. So Gautama Rishi felt that it is already time of sunrise. So he went to take bath. But actually it was still midnight only. 1:30, 2 o'clock only at night. But because of Indra's that, Maya, he thought that it is already morning. So he went there and Indra came there in the ashrama taking the form of Gautama Rishi to, have Ahalya. And it is said that Ahalya understood that, this is not my husband. But in that moment at night, for whatever reason, she also fell for it. And by the time Gautama Rishi came, he saw that they are, engaged in this physical activity, and he got very, you can't say angry also, because he was not angry. If you read the story in Valmiki Ramayana, he was not angry. He felt very sad that, what a mistake you have done. And that is where that Gautama Rishi's curse comes to Ahalya, saying that you will become stone. And see, many people know, they don't read the entire story properly, they don't understand the logic behind the story, the people who are involved in the story, what kind of people there were, they don't understand, and they immediately very hastily make some judgment and criticism on this, saying that why Gautama Rishi only cursed Ahalya, why Indra was not cursed, it was Indra's mistake. See, first of all, Indra was cursed, okay, but not by Gautama. In one story in one of the Ramayanas, even Gautama Rishi has cursed it. But in other story, he says, I don't have to curse you because it's none of my business. My wife has done mistake towards me. Nothing to do with you, you go. So Brihaspati Rishi, Brihaspati, the Indra's guru curses Indra in one Ramayana. And so it is not that Indra was not cursed, number one. Number two, please understand this point that wherever it will come in Itihasa and Purana, every curse is a boon. This is one thing we must understand. Every curse is a boon. So when that curse is given to Ahalya, you become a stone. There are many facets to it. Okay. See, one very, if you go by just the words, she became a stone. You can say she actually became a stone. But that's not complete fact. We can understand that she was cursed and Gautama Rishi told her, become a stone. Means what? Do tapas in such a way that you do not move. Don't do anything else. Do prayaschitta by doing this kind of tapas, and the tap of purti, the completion of tapas will be that Bhagavan will come here. And when his feet will touch you, you will gain your form back. Means you will come out of your papa. That is second. Third very beautiful interpretation that I had heard from Swami Siddheshanandji in Pune is, Swamiji said, actually Ahalya was so good, so pure that she could not believe that she has done something wrong. See, there are people who make mistakes very often and they are used to getting punishment from the teacher. Some people are like that. That's their normal thing. But there are some people who are not used to it. They never make mistakes. And therefore, when they make mistake, that guilt becomes too much. Because they are not used to it. So the curse of Gautama Rishi to become a stone, he says, was for the mind, that the mind will become the stone. Means what? Mind will not be able to think anything. So no guilt. Why? Because now there is no point in having guilt. Whatever happened, happened. And therefore he says that you will have to do like this till Bhagavan comes. So now the focus of mind from the past has gone on Bhagavan, saying that I have to stay like this till Bhagavan comes. So again, mind becoming like a stone, where mind is not allowed to even have that guilt, is a blessing. It's not a curse actually. Okay. So we must understand. And then when Gautama Rishi cursed, he himself went for tapas. He left the place and went for tapas. So it is not that he cursed and then he enjoyed. No. He himself took tapas on himself. So we must understand this entire story when we study, such scriptures. So nothing wrong happened with Ahalya. We will see also when she starts to speak, she says that I don't think it was a curse. So Bhagavan, when asked, what happened to this place, Vishwamitraji told this entire story of Gautama Rishi and Ahalya and said that this is that stone which is Ahalya. Means either you can say stone was there, or no clear mention is there in both Valmiki Ramayana as well as Tulsi Ramayana that it was actual stone or stone-like woman. No clear mention like that is there. But when Bhagavan's dust of Bhagavan's feet touched, here it is not even said that Bhagavan touched her with feet. No, it's not even said like this. It's said that when Bhagavan entered that place, that time itself she appeared in her form. Okay, that is what it says. Gautama Nari Shrapa Basa Upala Deha Dhari Dhira Charana Kamala Raja Chahati Kripa Karahu Raghubira. Vishwamitraji says that Gautama Nari, wife of Gautama Rishi, Shrapa Basa, because of one curse, Upala Deha Dhari Dhira. She is like stone. Again you see Upala Deha, she is like stone. Charana Kamala Raja Chahati, and she desires dust of your feet. Kripa Karahu Raghubira. O Shri Rama, please bless her. And Bhagavan's presence itself is the greatest blessing, and the moment the feet of Bhagavan's, the dust of Bhagavan's feet touches, she appears in the form. very beautiful chandas comes here, and the stuti of Ahalya to Sri Rama is there. We'll sing that after Doha number 210. Well, full line, okay. परसत पद पावन शोकन सावन प्रगट भई तप पुंज सही।
परसत पद पावन शोकन सावन प्रगट भई तप पुंज सही।
देखत रघुनायक जन सुखदायक सनमुख होई कर जोरी रही।
देखत रघुनायक जन सुखदायक सनमुख होई कर जोरी रही।
अति प्रेम धीरा पुलक शरीरा मुख नहीं आवई बचन कही।
अति प्रेम धीरा पुलक शरीरा मुख नहीं आवई बचन कही।
अतिशय बड़ भागी चरण ही लागी जुगल नयन जलधार बही।
अतिशय बड़ भागी चरण लागी जुगल नयन जलधार बही।
धीरजु मन कीन्हा प्रभु कहु चिन्हा रघुपति कृपा भगति पाई।
धीरजु मन कीन्हा प्रभु कहु चिन्हा रघुपति कृपा भगति पाई।
अति निर्मल बानी स्तुति ठानी ज्ञान गम्य जय रघुराई।
अति निर्मल बानी स्तुति ठानी ज्ञान गम्य जय रघुराई।
मैं नारी पावन प्रभु जग पावन रावण रिपु जन सुखदाई।
मैं नारी पावन प्रभु जग पावन रावण रिपु जन सुखदाई।
राजीव बिलोचन भव भय मोचन पाहि पाहि शरणहि आई।
राजीव बिलोचन भव भय मोचन पाहि पाहि शरणहि आई।
मुनि श्राप जो दीन्हा अति भल कीन्हा परम अनुग्रह मैं माना।
मुनि शाप जो दीन्हा अति बल कीन्हा परम अनुग्रह मैं माना।
देखेऊं भरि लोचन हरि भव मोचन इह लाभ शंकर जाना।
देखेऊ भरि लोचन हरि भव मोचन इह लाभ शंकर जाना।
बिनती प्रभु मोरी मैं मति भोरी नाथन मागऊ बर आना।
बिनती प्रभु मोरी मैं मति भोरी नाथ न मागहु बरआना।
पद कमल परागा रस अनुरागा मम मन मधुप करई पाना।
पद कमल परागा रस अनुरागा मम मन मधुप करई पाना।
जेहि पद सुर सरिता परम पुनीता प्रगट भई शिव शीस धरी।
जेहि पद सुर सरिता परम पुनीता प्रगट भई शिव शीस धरी।
सोई पद पंकज जेहि पूजत अज मम सिर धरेउ कृपाल हरि।
सोई पद पंकज जेहि पूजत अज मम सिर धरेउ कृपाल हरि।
एहि भांति सिधारी गौतम नारी बार बार हरि चरण परी।
एहि भांति सिधारी गौतम नारी बार बार हरि चरण परी।
जो अति मन भावा सोबरु पावा गए पति लोक आनंद भरी।
जो अति मन भावा सोबरु पावा गए पति लोक आनंद भरी।
सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
ब्यूटिफुल स्तुति। सेज परसत पद पावन शोक नसावन प्रगट भई तप पुंज सही। When parasat, by the touch of pada pavana, by those holy feet of Bhagavan, when they touched prakataba shoka nasavana, which remove the destroy the sorrow, such holy feet when they touched, when the dust touched her, prakatabhai, she appeared in her form tapapunja sahi, glowing with tapas. This is what I am talking about. You see, these are the indicators that it was not a curse that she stayed there for that. She stayed there for tapas. And tapapunja, when she appeared, she was glowing with that tapas shakti. Dekhata raghunayaka jana sukhadayaka sanamukha hoi kar jori rahe. And when she saw Raghunayaka, Bhagavan, in front of her, jana sukhadayaka, who gives joy to all the people, sanamukha hoi, she went in front of him, kar jori rahi, with folded hands. What she must have felt, we should just imagine that she has been doing tapas for I don't know how many years, and when she sees Bhagavan in front of her. Ati prema adhira, pulaka sharira. So much of love came to her heart for Bhagavan that her entire body was filled with horripilations. Pulaka sharira. Mukha nahi avai bachana kahi. And no word came to her mouth. Atishaya bada bhagi. Tulsidas ji says that what a lucky woman. Atishaya bada bhagi, extremely highly lucky. Charanani lagi. And she fell at the feet of Bhagavan. She hugged Bhagavan's feet. Jugala nayana jaladhar bhai. And she started to cry. Jaladhar started to come. Tears started to roll down her eyes. Dhiraju manakina. After some time, she composed her mind little bit. Prabhu kahu chinha. And she, she recognized Bhagavan that this is Sri Ram. You see, it takes time even to believe that yes, this has happened. Yes, Bhagavan is in front of me. She recognized him again. Raghupati Kripa Bhagati Pai, and she got devotion for Bhagavan by his own grace. Raghupati Kripa. By his own grace, she got the devotion for Bhagavan. Ati Nirmala Bani, Astuti Thani, Jnanagamya Jaya Raghurai. And with her very pure speech, Ati Nirmala Bani, Astuti Thani, and she started to praise Bhagavan. Sri Rama said, Jnanagamya Jaya Raghurai. Victory to you, O Bhagavan, who is Jnanagamya, who is attained only through knowledge. So what kind of tapas she must have performed, you understand. Tapas in the kind of meditation only was being performed, and that result of that knowledge only has happened, that Brahman has appeared in form in front of her. Jnanagamya Jaya Raghurai. And she said, Main nari apavana, Prabhu jaga pavana, Ravana ripujana sukhadai. O Bhagavan, I am the most impure lady. Main nari apavana, Prabhu jaga pavana. And how are you? You purify the entire world. Ravana ripu jana sukhadai. You are the enemy of Ravana and you give joy to the entire world. Rajiva Bilochana, one whose eyes are like that of lotus petal. Bhava Bhaya Mochana, who saves people from the greatest fear of samsara. Pahi, Pahi. Oh Bhagavan, please protect me. Says again and again to show that urgency. Sara nahi aayi, I surrender unto you. Please protect me. Now she says very beautiful line. Muni shrapa jo deena, ati bhala keena, param anugrah mein mana. That my husband Gautam Rishi, he cursed me. That is the best thing that he has done for me. She says, ati bhala keena, he did very good that he cursed me. Why? Parama anugrah mein mana. I consider that to be the greatest blessing. Why are you saying like this? Dekheu bhari loch, hari bhava moch. What can I say? I got to see you, Bhagavan, with these eyes. What greater blessing than this? Dekheu bhari lochana, hari bhava mochana. Ihai labha shankar jana. Bhagavan Shivji says that this is the acme, this is the limit of human experience. That you get to see Bhagavan with these eyes, if you get to see Bhagavan, that is the greatest thing, and that I got. How can I say that it was a curse? It was the greatest blessing for me, that I could see you with my own eyes. Therefore, O Bhagavan, Binati Prabhu Mori, I have a request. Main mati thori, my mind is very innocent, so don't expect that I am going to ask something. No, Natha na mangau barana. I am not asking for any boon or anything, but I have one request. What is that request? That is a request that all of us should have. She says, Pada Kamala Paraga Rasa Anuraga Mama Mana Madhupakarayipana. She says, Mama Mana, may my mind become like a bee and drink the nectar of your lotus feet at all times. I am not asking for any boon that I want this, I want that, and I don't want anything else. May my mind remain at your lotus feet. That's the only request I have. See, why Ahalyaji is considered great? This is the reason why she is considered great. See, in sadhana, when a sadhaka is doing sadhana, it will never happen that we will never make any mistake. It's not going to happen. We are bound to make mistakes. We are human beings. We will have follies. We are going to create some kind of mishap and we are going to fall into some kind of trap, some kind of attraction. It is going to happen. If it has not happened already, it will happen. Question is not how many times we fall. The question is we have to get up again, put all our focus again into the devotion and still continue to do our sadhana. It has not happened with any sadhaka that sadhaka has not made any mistake. That's not possible. Actually speaking, when we make mistake, that becomes our main trigger for our sadhana. Because when we make mistake, we understand that we are nothing. We really understand that without Bhagavan's grace, we can't take even one step in the path of spirituality. When that kind of, helplessness comes, for Ahalya, Gautam Rishi is like Guru. When you make a mistake, it is the Guru who will protect. And many times the protection will be such that he will be angry on you. He will not even look at you. He will not speak nicely to you. That is the greatest thing. Never feel that, never have that anger back towards Guru. No. That is what we deserve. At that time when we make mistake, that is what we must go through so that we purify ourselves. So when they will curse us, it's not a curse, it's a blessing in disguise. So when Gautam Rishi cursed Ahalya, it was the greatest blessing. And what did she do with that? She sat there and focused her entire attention on Bhagavan. Result of it we can see here. Ahalya is great, not because how she was before. Or we cannot say Ahalya was bad because of one mistake that she has done. No, Ahalya is great because of what she did after that. And we know very clearly, see what is the thing she is asking? Pada kamala paraga rasa anuraga mama mana madhupakare pana. This is what she is asking. That shows how focused and how purified she has become. Gurudev used to always say, if you fall, don't fall like iron ball. Iron ball, when it falls, it stays there. If you fall like a crazy ball, which bounces with double strength. Why? Because falling is natural, it is going to happen. To think that no, nothing will be there, Guru is protecting, that doesn't mean we will not have fall. Guru's protection will be there even during the fall. When that happens, we should forget everything else and focus. Ahalya ji is greatest example for all of us in this. Sadhaka will have follies, but we have to bring our attention back to Bhagavan, not think about what mistake we have done. There is no point in again thinking about it. Yes, we should not forget it so that we don't repeat it, but now onwards focus should entirely be on Bhagavan, and when that happens, that is what Ahalya ji is getting. And she says, what a beautiful line. She says, Jehi pada sura sarita parama punita prakata bhai shiva siradhari. She says, the feet from whom Jehi pada sura sarita parama punita prakata bhai, from where appeared the greatest celestial river, from which feet? Just now I told you the story, no? Brahmaji did the Abhisheka from his Kamandalu to Bhagavan's feet, and from there Gangaji appeared. And who is that? Shiva Siradhari. And that Gangaji, Bhagavan Shivji has kept it on his head. Why? Because it appeared from your feet. Soi pada pankaja jehi pujata aja. And the same feet which Brahmaji worshipped, she says, Mama siradhareu kripala hari. I can't believe that the same feet have touched me. Imagine what she must be feeling. These are the most pure feet of Bhagavan, which are worshipped by Brahmaji, from which Gangaji appears, and that is held on head by Shivji, and those feet have touched me. What else do I want? And that's why she says that I don't want any boon. I have one request, and that request is, may my mind remain at your feet. Those same feet which are worshipped by Brahmaji and Shivji. Ehi bhati sidhari Gautamanari bara bara hari charana pari. When she spoke like this, Gautamanari, that Ahalya, bara again and again hari charana pari, she fell at the feet of Bhagavan. जो अति मन भावा सो बरु पावा गई पति लोक आनंद भरी. And whatever she wanted, she gained. Jo ati mana bhava. What she wanted to be at the feet of Bhagavan. She gained it. She wanted the devotion. She gained it. And therefore, becoming happy, gai pati loka. She went to her pati's world. Means she was united back with Gautam ji. Ananda bhari, filled with that bliss. She went and became again united with Gautam ji. Now, Tulsidas ji says, Asa Prabhu Deena Bandhu Hari Karana Rahita Dayal Tulsidas Sathate hi Bhaju Chhadi Kapat Janjal Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai Umapati Mahadeva ki jai बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki. Tulsidas ji says to his own mind, Asa Prabhu, this kind of God, Deena Bandhu Hari, that Bhagavan Sri Rama who is Deena Bandhu, Karana Rahita Dayal, who is compassionate for no reason. What Ahalya has done to Sri Rama for which he should bless her? Karana Rahita, causeless compassion. There is no reason. Now Tulsidas ji says, Satha, wicked mind. Now you give up everything else and worship this Bhagavan. Tehi bhaju, chhadi kapata janjal. Oh my mind, give up all kinds of wickedness and all kinds of kapata and all kinds of pretentiousness and give up all these things and worship this Bhagavan, who is Karana Rahita Dayal. Okay, that is what Tulsidas ji is telling to his mind. That is what we should also tell to our mind. That Bhagavan is such. We should become like Ahalya and just focus on our sadhana. Only one goal in mind, that I have to attain Bhagavan. What a beautiful portion. You see, these are the portions that make Tulsi Ramayana or Ramcharitmanas very beautiful, very unique. If you read the same story in Valmiki Ramayana, no, it's like a history. Not lot of emotions, etc. are there. He is accounting history, so he will tell this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. You have to derive emotion from them. But here, Tulsidas ji's purpose of writing Ramayana is very different, and therefore emotions just flow. It's very beautiful portion, and what chandas he has chosen, and what tune Guruji has put. Beautiful. So, that is what happened. Ahalya went back to Gautam ji. Vishwamitra Rishi and Sri Rama and Lakshmana, crossing Ganga ji, started going towards Mithila Nagari. Now, we see that when three of them enter into Mithila Nagari, long description. Now you will see from now onwards till the end of Balakanda, Tulsidas ji has let his pen loose. He will just keep on explaining. There is no limit to his explanation now. So long explanations are there. From Doha number 212, that is after this, till 227, is just the description of their entry into Mithila. Nothing else has happened there. So, what all things? So, when they enter into Mithila Nagari, then he starts to explain the glory and beauty of that Mithila. Mithila, you know, Mithila is another city, very popular and very beautiful, where Janak Maharaj is ruling, and Mithila is also the place where Devi Sita ji is born. Born means appeared. And therefore, Tulsidas ji, when he starts to explain the beauty, he explains everything and then says that what can I explain? The place where Jagat Janani is born. What can you say about the beauty of that place? So, he explains that, and then Vishwamitra Rishi along with Sri Rama and Lakshmana, they enter there, and because they are invited by Janak Maharaj. So all the other Rishi Munis who have come to that Dhanusha Yajna, they come to meet Vishwamitra Rishi. But they are pleasantly surprised because Vishwamitra Rishi is not alone. They have the Sri Rama and Lakshmana with them. And Janak Maharaj Tulsidas Ji says that wherever this Sri Rama and Lakshmana are going, everybody used to stand up. So wherever they will go, people will stand up for no reason. They are small kids. But the aura is such that people used to feel that there is something. And they had so much of attraction. Now comes very beautiful portion where Janak Maharaj himself comes to welcome Vishwamitra Rishi. And he welcomes Vishwamitra Rishi, but when he looks at these two young boys who are with Vishwamitra Rishi, he can't believe, who are these? So he starts to ask, who are these two boys? Let us see that. Very beautiful portion is there. After 215, I think. Yeah, after 215. After Doha number 215. I forgot the tune. कहौ नाथ सुंदर दो बालक,
कहौ नाथ सुंदर दो बालक,
मुनि कुल तिलक की नृप कुल पालक,
मुनि कुल तिलक की नृप कुल पालक,
ब्रह्म जो निगमनेति कहि गावा,
ब्रह्म जो निगमनेति कहि गावा,
उभय वेश धरि की सोई आवा,
उभय वेश धरि की सोई आवा,
सहज विराग रूप मनु मोरा,
सहज विराग रूप मनु मोरा,
थकित होत जिमि चंद चकोरा,
थकित होत जिमि चंद चकोरा,
ताते प्रभु पूछऊं सति भाऊ,
ताते प्रभु पूछऊं सति भाऊ,
कहऊ नाथ जनि करहु दुराऊ,
कहु नाथ जनि करहु दुराऊ,
इन्हि बिलोकत अति अनुरागा,
इन्हि बिलोकत अति अनुरागा,
बरबस ब्रह्म सुख ही मन त्यागा,
परबस ब्रह्म सुख ही मन त्यागा,
कह मुनि बिहसी कहे नृपनीका,
कह मुनि बिहसी कहे नृपनीका,
बचन तुम्हार न होई अलीका,
बचन तुम्हार न होई अलीका,
हे प्रिय सब ही जहाँ लगी प्राणी,
ये प्रिय सब ही जहाँ लगी प्राणी,
मन मुसुकाहि राम सुनु बानी,
मन मुसुकाहि राम सुनि बानी,
रघुकुल मनि दशरथ के जाए,
रघुकुल मनि दशरथ के जाए,
मम हित लागी नरेश पठाए,
मम हित लागी नरेश पठाए,
राम लखनु दो बंधु बर,
राम लखनु दो बंधु बर,
रूपशील बलधाम,
रूपशील बलधाम,
मखरा खेउ सबु साखी जगू,
मखरा के सबु साखी जगू,
जीते असुर संग्राम,
जीते असुर संग्राम, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय,
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Beautiful. He says, Kahau Natha Sundaru Do Balaka. Who are these two beautiful, wonderful, handsome boys with you? Munikula Tilaka ki Nripakula Palaka. Are they children of some Rishi Muni, that's why they are so brilliant? Or Nrupakula Palaka, or are they some sons of some king? Or Brahma jo nigama neti kahi gava. What nigamas, what the Vedas are calling about Brahman, that naiti was not this, not this. Ubhaya Beshadhari ki soya. Has that Brahman taken two forms and appeared here? No, but why are you asking like this? He says, because Sahaja Biraga Rupa Manamora. He says, my mind is naturally very detached from the world. But Thakita Hota Jimmy Chanda Chakora. But looking at them, my mind has stopped and is getting attracted. Now you think Janak Maharaj is a Jnani. Okay, that's why he is called Videha, one who has no body consciousness, no attachment, no attachment to the body is there. Videha, Vigata Deha, even while living. He says, he has so much confidence on himself, he says that if my mind is attracted towards them, they must be Brahman. Because my mind will not get attracted to any other place. Tate Prabhu Puchahu Sati Bhavu, Kahu Nata Jani Karahu Dura. Please tell, therefore, is it that what I am saying? He says, why? Inahi bilokata ati anuraga, barabasa brahma sukha hi manatya. Now looking at them, my mind has given a Brahma sukha and is coming. That means they must be Brahman. Kahau muni bihasi, kaheu nirpanika. Now Vishwamitra ji looked at him and he smiled. Bachana tumhara na hoi alika. He is not telling that this is Parabrahma only appearing. He says, if you think so, then it must be true. Vishwamitra ji says, if you are saying like this, it must be true. And then he says, E priya sabahi jaha lagi prani. This Sri Rama is the one who, sabahi jaha lagi prani, who is loved by all beings. Now this is a very deep line, because in the Upanishads, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is said, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Everything we like only because we like the self. And by saying that this Sri Rama is the one who is loved by all, he is indicating that he is the self of all. Vishwamitra Rishi is telling, oh Maharaj, you are a Brahmajnani. Only you will recognize Brahman. And therefore you have recognized it correctly. He is Brahman. He is the self of all who has manifested here. When Sri Rama heard this, he smiled at Vishwamitra ji. See, E priya sabahi jaha lagi prani, mana musukahi ramu sunibani. Listening to this, Sri Rama looked at Vishwamitra ji and smiled. That smile has different meanings, okay? One meaning is correct, good explanation. Another meaning is enough. Don't open all the secrets here. Okay, enough. So immediately Vishwamitra Rishi also turns and he starts to say that this Raghukala mani Dasaratha ke jai, mama hita lagi naresa patai. That these are the two sons of Dasharatha Maharaj whom he had sent for my benefit. These are the two who came to my ashrama and protected my yajna. Oh, King Janaka, these two are sons of Dasharatha. That is what happens. Now Janaka Maharaj actually doesn't want to go back. He wants to stay there. So Vishwamitra Rishi only says that, I think you have a lot of work to do, because Dhanusha Yajna, he is the main chief organizer, you see, he is the boss. So he has to do all other things also, arrangement. So very reluctantly Janaka Maharaj goes, but says that you should bring them to Yajneshala, so that he knows that he will get to meet them again, and he goes. Now what? Now they are in that new city of Mithila, and Lakshmanji thinks that anyways we have come to a new place, we should go around. It's a very beautiful way that he has said. You see, he goes to Sri Rama and says that we should go to see the city. Okay, not that we will go behind the back of Guru. So Sri Rama goes to Vishwamitra Ji to ask that can we just go around to see the city. Now many people have given very many interpretations of this. Tulsidas Ji says very beautiful. He says actually Lakshman Ji doesn't want to see any city. His love is for Sri Rama. When Sri Rama is with him, why he wants to go out? He says what Lakshman Ji wants is, Lakshman Ji wants everybody to see Sri Rama. That is why Karahu Sufala Sabake Nayana Sundara Badana Dekhai. He says make everyone's eyes fruitful. May they have purpose. Why? We are born as human beings, we have got eyes. What is the purpose of eyes? To see Bhagavan. And therefore, Sundara Badana Dekha. You please show your beautiful form to them so that their eyes will be fulfilled. So, Lakshmanji wanting to go out is not because he wants to see the city. He wants city people to see Sri Rama. But, following the instruction, he goes to Sri Rama goes to Vishwamitra, she asks for permission. And then they go out. Then what happens? We will see tomorrow. Tomorrow means next session. Very beautiful portion is there. Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti.
Dhira Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti.
Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti.
Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti.
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti.
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti.
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti.
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti.
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti.
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
Gambhira Maruti.
सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
पवन सुत हनुमान की
जय।
उमापति महादेव की
जय।
बोलो भाई सब संतन की
जय।
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।